Make sure the rudder's straight when you get going. How many lines you got left? Two? Hey guys, so this time we're towing a 65-foot Hatteras from HMY to Hinckley. We're going to have to go through the Roosevelt Bridge and then through into Hinckley in the tight little spots. So should be interesting. Let's see how it goes. So here we are approaching Roosevelt Bridge. I've got my radio on channel 9. I'm going to go ahead and hail them out. We get first priority as towers, so all we got to do is hail them and they'll open it on demand. Roosevelt Bridge, live with you, us.
Good morning, this is Roosevelt Bridge.
Hey, how you doing? I'm going to be eastbound with a 65-foot vessel in tow.
Copy that. I'll make sure everything is safe and clear and start your opening for you.
All right, thank you. So I started accelerating here because I got an incoming tide I'm fighting. And it takes a little bit to get this boat moving. I'm only making about 3 knots right now, so I'll try to pick it up a hair. I need enough speed to have more control of the vessel when I come through the span. Especially the railroad bridge, it gets a little tight in there. So all I'm doing here is I'm trying to line up his boat as best I can for the railroad bridge, which is my tightest spot. It's a little tricky. Sometimes the currents will push you this way and that, and swing the boat the wrong way when you don't want it to. So sometimes when we have too big of a boat, we use 2 boats to help get through here.
Roosevelt Bridge spans are now over.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good, pretty squared up. I'm happy with it. Alright, so another thing I might do is while I'm towing it, I'm a little close because I want to get through the bridge and have a lot of control. But now I'm out in the open, I want to lengthen it back a little bit. So if anything happens with my boat, like the engine stalls, I've got a little more room. Now even a boat this heavy, I've got pretty good control over it with my bit. You can see here I got this wrap. Take this one off, I still got 2 wraps. Has a little pop, but I can let it go and stop it. Just gotta keep pulling it off my reel. Just gotta let it slowly break to where you want it, and you can make it back off. Always keep your fingers out of it so nothing gets crushed. So right now with this size boat, 65-foot Hatteras, we're making 5.5 knots against a little bit of tide, and I'm making 0.62 nautical miles a gallon. Little heavy boat. Sometimes we get a little better fuel economy. This is about average. Just coming through the pocket with a 65-foot vessel on a short stern tow. I need to transfer it into a hip tow. So I'm going to get 3 lines ready. I need to have a bow, a stern, and a spring. Typically I like to put my bow as close as I can to his midship cleat and make the line as short as possible. And then my stern line, I need to set myself aft of his vessel. That gives me more control, and it also allows me to see the far side of the vessel when I'm coming into a tight spot. So another thing, I'm coming in through the pocket. I notice the wind's kind of out of the south, so I need to be on his north side. I need to be in the lee of his boat. That gives me the most control. If I'm on the other side and the wind grabs me, I got nothing I can do. I'll just get pushed up into the boat. So I'll be coming over onto his port side when I pull up alongside him. So I need to meet you back at your midship cleat there on the port side. So just meet me in the stern. I got a red line on you. So go on that. And then once you got that on, we can drop the bow. You can just drop it in the water on my side. I'll pull it feet. So it took them a minute to get ready, so we're coming in here during the storm now. At least a good bit of breeze. Wind is kind of switching around here. I don't really want to switch sides yet because it could change again with the storm right here. But looking good so far. Slow her down here. As it slows down, it's going to try to bring me to port. So I just need to kind of account for that. But when it does come to port, that's going to help it square up on this haul angle. Always try to favor my side, I can see more. up this midship over on this side. You got it. Looking all right over here? Turn into it. Get a little belt. I'll bring the stern back off. That's good.